A few weeks ago, we spoke about taking personal responsibility and personal pride in our efforts, regardless of the organization we're with. We said the name on the back of the jersey ultimately is the one which legacies are built. Sadly, the lessons continue to build on one another as I watch my favorite college basketball team since I was a little kid imploding, seemingly ready to waste a roster full of talent and a season filled with opportunity. Hey everybody, it's Ed the Trainer with highly tempered expectations as we'll dig deeper here on this week's 2016 March Madness edition of Tips on Tuesday. So if you've watched regularly, you probably have figured out by now that I'm a little bit of a college basketball junkie. I've followed the Maryland Terrapins for a long time, and when I say follow, I mean so much so that I know their recruiting targets about 3 years out, and I probably could tell you random game scores from as far back as about 25 years. It's sometimes a maddening malady. And this year, this team's absolutely driving me crazy. So much talent, but they seem to have bought into their own preseason hype. Realistically, though, I probably should be happy, right? I mean, the team is 25-8. They barely lost this weekend to a Big Ten opponent in the semifinals of the tournament that's probably the best team right now in college basketball. And I mean, I guess at least we're in the big dance and a top 20 overall seed at that, right? The struggle with this team, though, is that they've seemingly been set on cruise since the preseason rankings were released and all of the experts had them a lock to be in the Final Four. Now, without question, they're more talented than most in the college game. And against those teams, they win, albeit sometimes in games a lot closer than they should be. When the talent's comparable, though, well, it's been a really different story this year. It's like when they need to focus, when they need to find that proverbial extra gear, they have no idea where it is. They can't get themselves out of cruise. And you've probably heard me say it over and over again, talent isn't everything. If you want extraordinary results, you've got to push yourself to extraordinary heights regularly so that it's no longer an extra gear. It's your overdrive that, when engaged, helps you to pull away. Champions don't cruise. And if you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing, you're not learning. And that applies to everything. But Ed, if I'm comfortable and happy, then what? Well, that's good too. We all should recognize that people's goals and our wants and our needs will vary. The fact that we can all find happiness in many different ways, it's a beautiful thing. But just remember, if and when there's a point that you want more, something better, remember, it takes extra from you in order to get there. So let's hear your favorites in this year's tournament. As disappointing as my Terps have been, I'm still holding out some hope that I'll see them in Houston in a few weeks. What's your pick? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks for spending a couple of minutes with me this morning on the eve of March Madness, the best time of the year. I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you soon.
Don't stop.